In this tutorial, we are going to solve a programming problem to find second smallest number in an array. So given this array, the second smallest number present in this array is 1. So in this tutorial, I am going to discuss two approaches to solve this problem. First is to sort an array and print the element present at index 1, and second one is we can solve this problem without sorting an array. So let me explain through example. So this is my array, and in this array following elements are present: -1, 7, 1, 34 and 18, and the index start from 0. So -1 is present at 0th index, 7 is present at first index, second, third, 4. So when we sort this array, now the elements at 0th index -1 is present, at first index 1, second index 7, third index 18 and 34. So now this is my 0th index, this is first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth. So if we print the element present at first index, then this is the second smallest number of an array. But the time complexity of this approach is O and log n. Also, this method won't work if the values of an array element is repeated. So suppose if -1 is repeated twice, and then this element is 1, and then 18, then 34. So if we print the element present at first index, then it will give the wrong result. Now let's move to second approach, in which we keep two flag, smallest and second smallest, and we can traverse an array to print the second smallest number, and the time complexity of this approach is on. Let me explain this approach through code example. So this is my main method, and this is the method which returns second smallest number, and the array elements is this. So I'm just copying it so that I can explain it to you through example. And I have declared two variables, smallest and second smallest, and assign the integer max value. So the max value is integer max value is this one. And why I have done this, I'll also explain this. Just give me few seconds. And now what I'm doing here is I'm traversing an array, and based on condition I am assigning smallest and second smallest value. So let me start through uh, start from the 0th index of an array. So I am starting, so the initial value of I is 0 and I is less than array dot length, and after each iteration I am incrementing the value of I. So the value of smallest and second smallest is this one. So what this condition does is it check if the value present at ith index is smaller than smallest, the value which we have assigned in smallest variable. If it is, then assign a new value to a smallest variable. And in case of second smallest, what this condition does is it check whether the element present at ith index is greater than smallest and less than second smallest, then assign this value in second smallest variable. So let me start through -1. So -1 is smaller than smallest, the value assigned at smallest. So initially the value assigned at smallest is this one, yes. So now the value of smallest element is -1, the smallest variable is -1. Now the second condition is if value at ith index is greater than the smaller value assigned at a smallest variable. So is -1 is greater than -1? No. So now let's move to next value, which is 7. Is 7 is smaller than the value assigned at smallest? No. Is 7 is greater than the value assigned at smallest? Yes. And is it smaller than the second smallest? So the second smallest value is this one. Yes, it is smaller. So the value of second smallest is 7. Now let's move to third element, which is 1. Is it smaller than is it smaller than the value assigned at the smallest? So the value of smallest element is smallest variable is -1. So no, 1 is not smaller than this one. But is it greater than the value assigned at the smallest? Yes. And is it less than the value assigned at second smallest? Yes. So now the value of second smallest is 1. Now let's move to 34, and the same condition checks. So this condition is false, and similarly this condition is also false. Now we moved 8 to 18, and now we move to 78. So at last we return the result, which is 1. So now let's come to the point why I have assigned integer dot max value here. Why not array 0? So the reason being why I have not assigned array 0 is, now suppose if I assign -1 here, array 0, the value present at 0th index, and -1 here, then if you see, then this condition never becomes true, and it will return second smallest -1, which is wrong. So that's the reason we have assigned a maximum value, so that uh, if any value is present in an array, uh, it's always be less than or equal to this value, so we can easily find the smallest, or you can say second smallest element of an array. So now let's run this code and see the output. If I run this code, see the output is 1. Let me modify this array. Now let's say this is 70, this is 10. Now the second smallest present in this array is 18. So no sorry, 10. And now let's run this code and see the output. See, the second smallest number is 10. So that's it for this video, and for more such programming tutorial you can subscribe our channel, or you can visit our website, which is webrewrite.com, https://webrewrite.com. Thanks for watching this video.